Greetings, Guardians of Dominion. Zeus here with another triumphant video. Today, we've reached the final chapter of the Lyria event, and what a journey it's been. But this last stage, it's something truly special. Not only will I walk you through the strategy and surprises of this final battle, but yes, I also pulled the Grand Prize, the Totem. If you want to see how it happened, and how you can maximize your own rewards, don't go anywhere. To unlock Chapter 7, titled Final Silence, you'll need to raise your buff total to 250. That means you'll need 260 picks to get there, so make sure you're well stocked before diving in. Now let's move on to the preparation for the first battle. I began by refreshing the hero stall several times, specifically hunting for Lyria and Keira. Once I spotted them, I immediately grabbed the pack. After a couple more refreshes, I picked up Aidan and Keira, and then, in the very next refresh, I got lucky again with another set of Aidan and Keira. With my team ready, I headed into the first fight called Dungeon. I went in with 4 heroes, and the battle was a success, earning me 40 stall coins right away. After the first fight, it was time to return to the hero stall to prepare for the next challenge. This time, I got exactly what I needed. The Keira and Lyria pack appeared again, along with a pack for Aidan and Keira. But there was one problem: I only had 43 stall coins. So, I made the call to buy the Keira and Lyria pack first, then pinned the Aidan and Keira pack to save it for later. With that decision made, I jumped into the second battle, Valhalla. The fight went smoothly, and once again, I came out on top, earning another 40 stall coins to keep my momentum going. Next, I headed back to the hero stall to prepare for the third battle. This time, Dorian showed up, and I didn't hesitate to purchase him. I also had the Aidan and Keira pack pinned from earlier, so I finally grabbed that as well to round out my team. With everything in place, I moved on to the next battle, titled Beach and Calm. The fight was a success overall, but taking down Julius was no easy task. His shield held up longer than expected, really impressive defense, but I managed to push through and win the battle. The reward: a solid 60 stall coins, bringing me closer to my next set of upgrades. Now it was time to prepare for the fourth battle. I jumped into the hero stall again, but this time, I made a small mistake. I rushed through the refresh and didn't notice that Keira had appeared with 2 levels already. A missed opportunity, but we move on. On the next refresh, Aidan showed up, and I picked him up without hesitation. I refreshed once more, Aidan appeared again, and I bought him a second time. After 2 more refreshes, Keira showed up. I grabbed her, and 1 more refresh later, Keira again. I purchased her once more, which drained the rest of my stall coins. With no coins left, I went straight into the next battle, Singing Blades. The fight was quick and smooth, no major resistance, and I secured another 60 stall coins for the win. Getting ready for the 5th battle, I headed back to the hero stall. This time, Keira appeared, and I wasn't going to repeat my earlier mistake. I grabbed her immediately. On the next refresh, I spotted Zeus and decided to buy him, although in the end, I didn't end up using him. A few more refreshes later, I saw a Keira and Lyria pack, followed by Keira alone. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough stall coins to grab both, so I pinned them and managed to buy just Keira for now. With my resources spent, I moved on to the next fight, Grand Soloist. This one stood out. I found myself up against a giant snake, a character we've never seen before in Hero Wars. It was a refreshing surprise, and I really hope the developers continue adding more creative encounters like this. The battle was a success, and I walked away with 90 stall coins, my biggest reward so far. Back to the hero stall to prepare for the 6th battle. I had previously pinned the Lyria and Keira pack, so I started by purchasing that. Interestingly, Lyria also appeared solo in the stall, so I grabbed her too for an extra boost. Since I had already purchased Ju earlier, I wasn't sure whether to invest more into him or not. In the end, I decided to pin him for now and leave the decision for later. After a refresh, Dorian appeared, and this time he came with 2 levels, so I bought him immediately. I refreshed again, and Lyria showed up once more. Another purchase. One final refresh, and Lyria appeared again, this time with 2 levels, but I didn't have enough stall coins left, so I pinned her for future consideration. With my team set, I jumped into the next battle, Magic of Sound. The fight went smoothly, and I secured another 90 stall coins, bringing me one step closer to the final chapter. Now it was time to prepare for the final battle before facing the boss. I started by purchasing a 2-level Lyria, which maxed out her development. She was now fully ready for action. After refreshing the hero's stall, I found the Aidan and Keira pack and picked it up. I refreshed once more and saw 2 Keiras appear. I bought one and pinned the other for later. Then I jumped into the next battle, Dominion Idols. Unfortunately, this one didn't go as planned. I timed out trying to take down Galahad. His healing was just too much, and I couldn't finish him off in time. That cost me 1 life, but still rewarded me with 90 stall coins. I went back to the hero stall and used the coins to purchase another Keira, which brought her to full development as well. After a refresh, Vex appeared, and I bought him right away to pair with Keira. I also grabbed Biscuit, planning to pair him with Keira to block Galahad's healing. Then I picked up Fenris just in case I couldn't find Oliver for Lyria. Luckily, on the next refresh, Oliver did show up, along with Chorus, and I bought both without hesitation. With a stronger team and the right pets now ready, I went back to Dominion Idols for a rematch. This time, I used Keira with Vex, Keira with Biscuit, Lyria with Oliver, Aidan with Chorus, and Dorian without a pet. Vex played a key role here. His curse ability makes the cursed enemy take half of all incoming damage as pure damage, which was exactly what I needed to bring down Galahad. This time, the battle was a success, and I earned another 90 stall coins, 1 step away from the final boss. Now it was time to prepare for the final challenge, the boss fight. For the unused lives I had left, I received 90 extra stall coins, bringing my total to 188. I started by purchasing Albus, then after a refresh, I found Merlin and grabbed him to support Dorian. I continued refreshing the hero's stall, hoping to find Aidan and Keira so I could max them out. Instead, Dorian appeared again, this time with 2 levels. I purchased him, and shortly after, another 2-level Dorian popped up, bringing him to level 7 and fully maxed. But that wasn't what I really needed. I was chasing upgrades for Aidan and Keira, and unfortunately, despite using all my remaining stall coins on more refreshes, they never showed up again. With no more coins and no more options, I had to proceed into the boss fight with the heroes I had developed so far. It took several failed attempts, testing different combinations and strategies, until I finally found the winning formula. Here's the team that got the job done. Keira with Biscuit, Lyria with Oliver, Keira with Vex, Aidan with Albus, Dorian with Axel, Team Pet, Fenris. The battle was intense. I managed to take down all enemy heroes, and in the end, only Keira and Aidan were left standing on my side. On the enemy side, it was just Rufus, and that's where the real struggle began. Because Rufus is immune to magic and pure damage revival, I had a tough time finishing him off. Keira and Aidan both deal primarily pure damage, so the fight dragged on. But eventually, Keira landed the perfect strike and took Rufus down, ending the battle in victory. After that intense battle, I want to show you an alternative team composition shared by player Hattori Hanzo. His lineup was quite similar to mine, but with a few key differences that are worth highlighting. Here's what he used. Lyria with Biscuit. Keira with Fenris. Zeus with Olympus. Aidan with Chorus. Vorian with Axel. Team Pet, Oliver. What stands out here is the inclusion of Zeus instead of Keira. And honestly, I believe that swap might be even more effective, especially against Rufus. If you're stuck on the boss fight or looking for a more consistent finish, this variation might be the edge you need. And that wraps up the final chapter of the Lyria event. From strategic hero picks in the hero stall to that nail-biting boss fight against Rufus, this journey was full of surprises, learning moments. Along the way, we saw how powerful combinations like Keira with Biscuit and Lyria with Oliver can turn the tide, and we even explored an alternative winning team from Hattori Hanzo that could make your own run even smoother. Now I want to hear from you. How did your Lyria event go? Did you manage to pull the totem? What team worked best for you in the boss fight? Drop your thoughts, strategies, or even battle stories in the comments below. I read them all. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to stay ahead in Hero Wars with tips, walkthroughs, and winning combos, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, Guardians, keep pushing forward, keep experimenting, and remember, victory always favors the prepared. Salute and friendship.